Hey, core reporters, welcome back to my channel. Listen, I just filmed an exclusive video for my channel members like I do every week. And one of the topics that we discussed was Kail's Coffee Convos podcast, right? So in this podcast episode, she talks about a lot of things, which I get into in that video. I'll post a link to it in case any of you guys want to sign up to join us there. But something really stuck out to me that I wanted to bring to the masses to get your opinions on, okay? So Kail talked about like how she had alternative names picked out for each child, why those names couldn't be used, and then we got into the business of nicknames, right? It's very normal for children to be given nicknames with their names. Even adults, we all nickname our friends. So and one thing that stuck out to me in particular was her son Isaac. So her son Isaac is half white and half Puerto Rican. And I know Puerto Rican isn't a race, but yeah, Latino. So Kail says that in Joe's family, they used to give him two nicknames, right? One of those nicknames being Izzy. Kail said that she didn't like that nickname, which listen, I understand. If you don't like it, you don't like it, right? Cool. And then the second name that they would use was White Boy. And to me, I kind of felt like a little hurt by that. I was like, damn, like I can't imagine if I were mixed and I were in like some other, with the other half of like, my race or whatever, whether it's, Asian or like Arab or white or whatever. I can't imagine like being the only like black person there and them calling me black girl. I just feel like it just feels so weird and just like it just feels like the alienating. It feels like a way of alienating you. So I found it to be really strange that Joe's family would call Isaac that. Like to me, I don't love the idea of it. I have a nephew who is biracial and I can't imagine calling him white boy, to be honest with you, or mixed boy or anything like that. So listen, I know some of you guys have like multiracial families as well. Maybe you've got your own biracial children. So I'm curious. This is kind of like opening the floor to you to let me know. Is this something that you guys do with your children or with anyone in your family who might be like mixed? Like, do you call them what, like, white boy, white girl, like black boy, black girl, like Asian boy, Asian girl, like, something like that? Like, is that normal? Is that something that you would encourage or is that something that you would discourage? Like, how does that make you feel? I really am curious about you guys' opinions. I don't remember what Kail said. I don't think she liked that either. I don't think she liked the Izzy nickname, and I don't think she really loved them calling him white boy. From what I recall of the podcast episode, they stopped doing it. Hallelujah. Hopefully this was something that was only being done when he was very, very like baby, right? Where they don't understand anything. But yeah, I just don't love the idea of him, at this age, looking at him in this photo, being kind of like isolated in that way, being called white boy by like, this Hispanic family or whatever, it just feels weird. And it just feels a little bit sad also, to be honest with you, especially when you put Isaac alongside his brothers, right? Like, I think alongside his brothers, maybe he feels a little bit different because he is like, the whitest looking of all of them outside of Kail. There's not really, white folks in this family, right? Like Lincoln, he looks very, Latino. Then you've got Creed. Creed can look very white as well. So he does have Creed, but Creed, I think like to the untrained eye, he looks white, but like black folks, we know when someone is super light, but they still have black features. So to me, I would be able to tell he's got, some kind of black ancestry going on there. And then Lux, to me, he also looks like very like, a Hispanic or Latino as well. But like, Isaac, I don't know. It's very interesting. I wonder, I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think about that, calling him white boy in a Hispanic household. Is that a cool nickname or is that something that you're not really feeling? Why or why not? Is that something you've experienced in your families with people doing this with mixed children? It's funny because the other day I went out to lunch with my friend. She's biracial. She is half Chadian, which is an African country, and she's half Italian. And so she was telling me about how, like, she never really felt like she fit in on either side of her family. Like, of course, this is something that I feel like pretty much all mixed kids go through, unfortunately. Not even just like with family, but like in society, like at large, going to school or just trying to live your life and being, forced to identify as one or another, or like just not being accepted by either? Or like, do things like this kind of add insult to injury? Like, do they exacerbate like the problem and like the feelings of just like not belonging in biracial people? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm going to drop a link to the video. It is a members exclusive video, so you would have to sign up for a membership for it. But I just wanted to shout out this part of it. If, if any of you guys had any thoughts about that, make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.